What do you as a rental property owner need to know about property management? Well, I can tell you exactly what you need to know about it, which is property management is the absolute most critical aspect of your rental property investment, period. You can buy the best property in the best neighborhood with the best numbers and the best upside potential, and if you don't manage it properly over the lifetime of that investment, it could tank. It doesn't matter how good it was to start. It's all in the management of how you maintain your investment to ensure that it's going to keep making money. So, now what do you need to know about property management other than that little no pressure, it's going to make or break your investment, no bigs, small things. So, what do you need to know about it? Well, to start, you can know that there are two ways to manage your rental property. First option is to landlord it yourself. The second option is to hire a property manager or a property management company to manage it on your behalf. What you need to understand about the difference in these two paths is that the responsibility on your part is different. If you landlord the property yourself, your responsibility is to the property and to the tenants directly. If you hire a property manager, your responsibility now is in managing that property manager. So you're really talking about two different skill sets. I've heard people say that they want to landlord their own property first before they hire property managers so they can better understand, what a property manager should be doing. I totally disagree with that because it's two totally different skill sets. If you want to hire a property manager and make sure that they are doing their job, you learn how to make sure that they're doing their job. You knowing how to fix a toilet does not help you manage a property manager. And if you're landlording, that might be what you're learning is how to fix toilets or how to screen tenants. You don't have to know all that, but you do want to know how a property manager is going to screen the tenants to do it well. It's two totally different things. Landlord yourself, you're taking care of the property and the tenants, doing it all yourself. Property management, you're managing the property managers and ensuring that they're doing their job. To help you with all of this, because there is really an infinite number of topics related to property management, and now that I've told you it's the most critical thing to your investment, you want to learn a lot of different things. So instead of linking you to a specific video or two, I'm actually going to link you to a whole playlist that I have done talking about different property management topics. So check out that link below, and there's a whole slew of videos where you can learn about different aspects of property management as it relates to different things. And this is both for landlording and using property managers. So to conclude this, because I feel like I've gotten you started, I've told you how important it is, I've told you the two ways you can do it, I've led you to the playlist that can teach you more about how to landlord your own property and manage property managers. I want to leave you with the lessons that I have personally learned from going both routes. Because I actually do landlord a property that's local to me, and it has reminded me why I hate landlording, and I have property managers on all my out-of-state properties. So I'm doing both of them as we speak, and I'm doing both of those different skills, those responsibilities we talked about. So the lessons that I have learned from being a landlord and from working with property managers. Landlording, the biggest lesson that I've learned is how to stand my ground. I was a bit of a pushover before. I'm super gullible. I believe everything everyone tells me, and I'm very easy to manipulate. But since landlording, great news, I'm no longer a pushover. I have had to learn to stand my ground to tenants because I have learned that if I let them, they will in fact push me over. The other big skill that I've had to do as a landlord is project management. When contractors come in to do the work or whatever, I kind of have to stand my ground to them, but also make sure that they are managing the project efficiently. So a lot of people management and a lot of project management, but the number one lesson that I've learned from both the contractors and the tenants, have to stand my ground. And it doesn't mean I have to be rude about it, but it means I can't let people push me over. Because if you're going to landlord yourself and you're easy to push over, you're going to have to get past that or it's going to be terrible. Property management side, the number one thing I've learned from working with property managers now for 10 years is I have to fire them quicker. I've had it happen so many times where they stop performing, they give me some kind of excuse, the communication drops off, they convince me why they've just been busy, and it'll all get back to normal. In 100% of those cases, it has not gotten back to normal, and I let it go on for so long because I was believing what they were telling me. Remember that last thing I told you? I was a pushover. I was believing what they were telling me, and it ended up costing me a fortune in big turnovers and lost rents. They end up placing bad tenants, a whole slew of things. So don't immediately fire every property manager that starts to seem whatever. But once you figured out that you're really frustrated and they're not performing, smack it down, fire them, hire a new property manager. I have a specific video about how to do that in that property management playlist that I told you about. So there you have it. I know it's a super brief introduction to property management, but if your biggest takeaway is how critical it is, whether you're doing it yourself or having someone else do it, that's all that matters, and that'll be worth its weight in gold. You also know your options. You can landlord or you can hire a manager, and maybe I give you a little insider insight into my experience with both of those and things that I've learned. So again, go check out that property management playlist for details on all sorts of topics related to managing rental properties, and make sure that you've hit the like button and you've hit that subscribe button, because I do videos in all sorts of different playlists, mostly rental property focused. So if you're a rental property investor, make sure you subscribed. I promise it'll be worth it.